Welcome back, guys. In this video I'm going to draw last minute GoFest tickets, and I am also going to showcase the team that last week you have seen. I done 21-4 and I think, right? Yeah, 21-4, and today right now I'm at 38-7. That means since the last video I only lost 3 matches and I have not went negative with this team. I have won 38 times and lost only 7 times. And guys, I'm having so much fun with this team, and I wanted to showcase another 5 sets where I made a huge mistake, and I want to point out what I did in case you're going to run my team or in case you're going to just run Gengar, because I made the mistake with the Gengar. So I hope you guys are gonna be able to see, and I'm gonna be able to point it out for you so you learn. So season 3 will be much better, and as you can see I gained almost 500 points since the last video that I have recorded, and I think at this point I'm almost back at 2700, but I don't know if I'm gonna able to get to rank 10 this season because I messed up. Premier Cup really ruined me. Premier Cup went from 2733 all the way down to 2100. But this team, I have not changed it, have brought me back up to almost 2700. So I'm super excited with that, guys, and I'm going to continue using it till the end of the season, and then I'm gonna have some spicy teams for the start of the season, and I'm gonna have some amazing people like Caleb Peng coming on the podcast to help you create new teams for the new meta. As you know, the meta is changing. So guys, let's get started. Oh, and if you're a winner, you're gonna see your name in the corner where the text box usually pops up. Between every single match, guys, you're gonna see your name if you won. And if you're one of the lucky winners, please make sure to comment below this video that you won and send your Twitter information or social media information so I can reach out to you, or just add me on my Twitter and I will reach out to you and able to get you a ticket on time so you can get started with GoFest. Guys, thank you for playing, and don't forget, each week we're gonna have some different prizes. So let's get started with this video because this is gonna be some fun one-shot and awesome just OP Gengar video, and of course with the #1 starter, Perrserker. So there goes Perrserker into Lapras. This is actually a pretty good setup for me because I'm basically resisting the ice shards. I think that's what it has, right? Ice shard. But either way, the ice I'm resisting, but the water it hurts a little bit because I'm steel type. But I know it's just a surf, so I'm gonna tank it, and I'm gonna try to build up to 2 close combats. And watch, so I'm gonna throw this because close combat hits like a brick. So he's shielding that one, but I'm gonna just swap out because I was afraid he has another Surf, and I do not want to use a shield. So I wanted to just swap into Arbor Mewtwo and eat that Surf. And I know he only has Surf because I was counting his moves. So now I'm just gonna eat that, and then I'm gonna do the side strike. I kind of missed on that switch. I should have had one more Shadow Club before I swap, but this is fine. It's still working. And I'm gonna eat this Surf too because Armor Mewtwo is super tanky. And guys, today actually I just traded my first Swampert with Flash Cannon. So I mean Hydro Cannon, yes. So I'm super excited about the Swampert. Linden Ryu, who used to be the #1 player in Go Battle League and still in the top players on the leaderboard, he met with me and traded my first Swampert with Hydro Cannon, so I'm gonna use that in season 2 in case this double ghost team facing some issues because of season 3 meta changing. So, but I'm still thinking I'm keeping Armor Mewtwo, but I might swap it out to Swampert. But for the start of the season, I'm gonna definitely keep it and then see how it goes. Anyways, so now look at this. You have to be very careful with Gengar and Armor Mewtwo. As you can see, Confusion is basically 4 Confusion or 5, and Gengar is gone. So as you can see, I think I already did like 3 Confusions and I'm almost dead. But I brought it in because I figured just as Armor Mewtwo is also just as sensitive as Gengar sensitive to Armor Mewtwo. So it's kind of funny. But yeah, you have to be very careful. You don't really want to bring in Gengar for Armor Mewtwo because technically Mewtwo is a counter to Gengar. So you have to play it right. And then now on the swap, I wanted to bring in, of course, the one and only Armor Mewtwo to take out this Poliwrath, and that closes the game 1. So that was a good game. My opponent played pretty well. It was just basically, I kind of expected what she has in the back just because I've been playing this and I've seen these meta, and then I know what I have, so I just basically placed the Pokemons in a way and expecting what they have. Now this match was pretty awesome, guys. So he's an amazing player, by the way, and he has a really good lineup. There goes Cresselia, and Shiny Cresselia of all, and then there goes Obstagoon. So guys, nobody really expects Perrserker to throw a close combat. They think it's a shield bait. So Baka, or Kapa, where we say in English, right? And there goes almost one-shots Obstagoon, almost one-shot it. And I'm gonna eat that, I'm just gonna flex a little bit with Perrserker without shielding, and then we go out at the same time. So that was pretty cool. I still have my shield, and the #1 threat of my team, Obstagoon, is gone. So there's different ways to play against Obstagoon. I think there was another match that I lost, or no, it wasn't. That was another set, but there's different ways to play against Obstagoon. Obstagoon can be very tricky, especially if they shield 2 times. Then you're in trouble with this team, but here's the thing, then you have to use your shields on Perrserker or Armor Mewtwo, not on Gengar. Gengar will be shieldless for that match. That's the only win condition. And look at that. Did you guys see that? How the Moltres just basically one-shotted it by Gengar as well? And then now Cresselia comes back in, and I can just one-shot the Cresselia as well, from this range especially. And we could have tanked that attack, but I just wanted to play it safe. And I didn't want to flex too much with my shiny Gengar that we figured out that it's shiny. But well, yeah, guys, did you see that Moltres was epic? I zoomed in on it too, just so you guys can see how much it took out. And then also, Gengar almost one-shots everything at this point in this league, besides, of course, the ones that resist ghost type of attacks. But other than that, Gengar is so OP right now, and in Season 3 it will be even better, especially there will be less Registeels, but Gengar do really do against Registeel anyways. But anyways, so my opponent decides to quit at that point. So now we are, we won this first 2, right? For a change. No, I'm just kidding. This has been going really well. I'm super happy. Like I said, almost 5 points. Last video is pretty amazing. I just wish I didn't ruin the Premier Cup. So anyways, Perrserker, go into Cresselia. So, and guys, don't forget to look on the bottom right, or the left, right? The winners, you should have seen at least 2 or if not 3 winners already. Just a reminder, it will pop up, and I use that automated app, that automatic YouTube that picks basically the winners for us who comments, and on Twitter, don't forget. So make sure to pay attention. But meantime, Perrserker is putting in some work, and I swap out on the charge move, bring back in Armor Mewtwo. I was hoping I'm catching a Dynamic Punch, but it was just an Ice Punch. But that's okay, because I can just Confusion down Poliwrath at this point. I'm just gonna have to eat another Ice Punch. Otherwise, we resist the Dynamic Punch from Poliwrath, so this is totally fine. And then Poliwrath is gone. Let's see what comes back in. And now it brings back in Cresselia. So Armor Mewtwo technically wins against Cresselia. In a way that as long as you don't get a debuff, and now that debuff is going to be nerfed, then I don't think we're gonna see as many Cresselias, unfortunately, because I love playing against Cresselia. My team is the Cresselia Destroyer, so now I'm a little bit worried that what they're gonna use instead of Cresselia. So we'll see how the meta shifts, because I might have to change my team, and Double Ghost might not work as well. And now Perrserker against Registeel, putting in the close combat again, watch this, guys, and let's say if they shield, they didn't shield, that takes off half of its health. And at this point, I don't really need Perrserker anymore, so, and I know I can't really get to it, so I'm just gonna let it go, and I can bring back in Armor Mewtwo and throw a Dynamic Punch easily, and I'm just hoping to remove the shields, or Registeel goes out. It's whatever they pick, and it looks like Registeel goes out. I was afraid that it's gonna hit me, and I wanted to take the Registeel out. So now Armor Mewtwo is back, and I'm able to see Cresselia, and I swap right back out, and I don't even have to shield, guys. I can flex against the Cresselia, booyah, right there, and I could take another one of that, and Gengar would still survive. So now I'm just gonna basically finish it up with the shiny Gengar, as we realize it's shiny, and it still had a shield, but my opponent decides to quit, which happened quite often, guys, with this team. This team makes people go crazy, just to let you know. So often when I bring in Gengar and I one-shot one of their Pokemons, then they just literally quit. Even if they have 2 left, they are like, alright, I'm done. Especially if they see Perrserker. But now look at this, Perrserker Charizard. This happened many times. Right away, have to swap to Armor Mewtwo, and then they usually swap out the Scissors, which is basically the Obstagoon of the bugs, I should say. So that's not very good for Armor Mewtwo, but at this point, I'm okay with it, and I'm just gonna throw Dynamic Punch, because if this lands, it takes more than half of its health. So let's see if they decide to shield or not. And they shield, that's okay, because the #1 game that I'm playing right now is get rid of shields, so Gengar can come in for the sweep. That's literally the game. I don't care if they shield or not shield. I don't care, I care if they shield, so I want them to shield. And I'm not gonna shield, I'm gonna need to keep my shields for Gengar. So, and of course, not to mention Perrserker can take 2 Night Slashes easily, and I'm built up. I can throw, I can actually take this out with one Night Slash and just farm it down at this point, and I have not 2. I built up for 2 because I know there's a Charizard in the back. Soon as I get rid of this, Charizard gonna come back. But the good news is I have a Foul Play ready, so I'm gonna throw it at the Charizard, and Charizard actually takes pretty high damage from this Foul Play, as you guys can see. So, and then Perrserker will be out after this, so he can even farm me. And now look at this, my whatchamacallit, Gengar coming back in. I'm gonna have to shield. I wouldn't have to shield. Well, yeah, the good thing I shielded it because of Blast Burn. That's what I was afraid of. But now I could have just farmed it down, but I didn't want to use my other shield, so I actually just want to throw the Shadow Punch. And then this way, I'm gonna able to throw that Shadow Ball. And but the problem is he still had a shield, and this is what I messed it up, because now look at this. This is what the mistake that I have made, and I shield here. Is this where I messed it up? Yeah, and then because I still have and I just can't believe it, because Perrserker is solo. So what I should have done, knowing in the back, because I knew that Gengar already had such a low health, I should have used that shield on Perrserker or Armored Mewtwo. Either of them, if I would have used it, then I would have able to won that matchup. Or if I throw that Shadow Punch sooner against Charizard, then I would have been able to win that matchup as well. But now we learn from our mistakes. I usually rewatch these and learn. But anyways, so now into Register. Register is also a pretty common pick for a lead, and I usually swap out on a charge move, but he's just throwing a Flash Cannon because he knew that my defense on the Perrserker was lowered already. So that didn't work out as planned, but it's still okay because I was able to almost take out that Register. So now I'm just gonna basically farm up a little bit more energy, and then I'm just gonna throw a Side Strike because I expected that he's going to swap out on the charge move. And he knew that too, that I knew, because he shielded Giratina. Otherwise, Dynamite Punch would have done nothing for the Giratina. But now I'm gonna able to do another one, and that's pretty good for us. And then now I'm just gonna let him basically farm me down. And then now I'm gonna come back in with the one and only Perrserker. And then Perrserker is doing really good against the Giratina with the Dragon Breath, but the one that has the Shadow Claw not so much, because they generate energy so much quicker and they can just throw Shadow Sneak. But I don't think this Giratina has Shadow Sneak. I think it has Ancient Power. But this person doesn't know that I'm not going to shield, and I think he's just trying to shield bait me at this point to hope that I'm gonna shield. But I'm just not going to shield because I have to keep it for Gengar. And now they brought in Togekiss. So guys, this is awesome because Gengar resists the Charm, even though it still does pretty quite a damage because Gengar is not tanky at all by all means. But now Gengar can come in, and Gengar can one-shot this from here, but I'm just going to throw a Shadow Punch because at this point I'm afraid that it's going to shield. But I think he's keeping his shield for Giratina, and I should be able to just farm it down from here. I'm going to have to obviously shield this one just to be safe. Now I'm going to shield it down. We have energy, but I think he still has Giratina in the back, by the way. So yeah, he brought back in Giratina. I'm going to throw the Shadow Punch. He must shield this. If he doesn't shield this, then basically, yeah, he had to shield this. There's no reason why not. And then now I am actually going to shield this, and that was one mistake that I made also, because I'm not going to be able to throw to the Shadow. Oh no, I was able to throw. Sorry, that was the previous game. So this was I should have been able to get to the Shadow Punch, but I messed it up. Here I was able to do it. But anyways, so now this Perrserker comes back in, and I accidentally clicked on the Foul Play. I forgot that if Foul Play is on the left and the Dynamic Punch is on the right. So now I'm like I'm in close combat, so now I'm struggling to beat it down, and with a little sliver of health, we survive and able to win that match, guys. So guys, hope you like these matches, because I really enjoy using this team. I hope you're using this team. Please, if you like this video, don't forget to hit the crap out of the like button. It really helps the algorithm. And if you're a winner, congratulations. Don't forget to reach out to me. Don't forget a podcast every single Wednesday. We just had B-Has on the podcast, which was an amazing, guys. He showed me so many things, and he's one of the reasons why I gained like 500 points this season in Ultra League, when it was actual Ultra League, and got from like 2300 to almost 2800 at that point. But guys, thank you so much for watching, and if you're a winner, again, congratulations. Reach out to me on Twitter and comment below, please. And also comment below, how did you like this team, if you tried this team, and if you would like to see me test out something else. So guys, thank you so much for watching. See you till the next time.